Hey Woodies, how you doing today? In this episode of Expressions in Wood, we're going to take a look at how to apply a chemical patina to copper leaf. And we're going to use the vase that we put the copper leaf on last week. And in this episode, we're going to apply sodium sulfide to the copper to give it a nice chemical patina. So you'll want to stick around to the end of the video, see how we do that. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you took a moment and did that now. Click on the little bell so you'll be notified when new episodes come out. And let's get right into how to apply a chemical patina to copper leaf. And this is it right here. All right, let's go. These are my tools and supplies that I use when I'm going to be doing a chemical patina on copper leaf, imitation gold leaf, or imitation silver leaf. And there'll be a list of all of these down in the video description, but basically it's my chemical, which is sodium sulfide for copper, measuring cups, measuring spoons, stirrers, sponges, cheesecloth, tool, and I'll explain what tool is later, paper towels, nitrile gloves, disposable paint brushes, water in a spray bottle, measuring cup, sponges, stuff you see here in front of me. And you'll see me use most of these throughout this video, okay? So let me just start this off by reading something that I got from David Marks, which is who I learned this from in one of his master classes many years ago. And this is important, but so just let me read it and I'll put it down in the notes too. Patina chemicals are mild acids that will change the color of metal leaf, silver, copper, and Dutch metal, which is gold. The intensity of the color may be controlled by how much and how long acid is applied. These chemicals are caustic, and it is a good idea to wear hand and eye protection when mixing them. Work outdoors or in a well-ventilated area. Okay, now here's the chemicals and their effects. Potash sulfurated, which is liver of sulfur, turns silver leaf a gold tone, then magenta, then blue, and finally black if you leave it on long enough. Barium sulfide turns copper leaf purple. Sodium sulfide turns copper leaf orange, then magenta, and finally blue. It also turns Dutch metal orange, then magenta, and finally blue-green or gold-green. Equal amounts of cupric nitrate and ammonium chloride turn Dutch metal to a green chalky bronze patina. Okay, and my favorite is the sodium sulfide on copper, which is what we're going to be doing here. Okay, and the basic formula, David says, is mix 1/8 of a teaspoon dry chemical to 1/4 cup of warm water. And remember, always add the chemical to the water. Do not add water to the chemical, okay? So, with that said, we're going to dive right in here and we're going to do this chemical patina on our leaf, okay? Hang in there, here we go. I dampen the piece with a spritz bottle so the cheesecloth and the tissue paper will stick to the copper. That way, when I apply the chemical will go right down and be touching the copper because it is soaked into the cheesecloth and the tissue paper. A little bit of cheesecloth. tissue paper. Once again, I spritz the tissue paper so it will adhere to the vase. I want to make sure that the tissue paper is making contact with the copper as much as possible. A damp sponge. I'm going to soak the sodium sulfide up with the sponge, and I'm going to use the sponge to apply it to the tissue paper. It will then travel through the tissue paper into the cheesecloth and make contact with the copper. The cheesecloth will cause hashtag marks in it because of the cross hashing of the cheesecloth. The tissue paper will make sure that the chemical stays in contact with the copper long enough to cause the reaction. I'm going to dab the sponge around in a random location so that the chemical is applied to the copper randomly. Now I'm going to take it off. Make sure before you start your vase that you do a few practice runs on a sideboard so that you can determine how long to leave the tissue paper and the cheesecloth on the vase to get the color that you want. Remember, the longer the chemical stays in contact with the copper, the more it goes through changes in colors and depth. When I'm ready to stop the chemical reaction, I want to wash off as much of the chemical as possible. And then I'm going to dab it with a paper towel to dry it. Now I'm going to blot it dry. You don't want to rub it because this acid can take the copper right off of your piece. A couple places right there you can see it already happened. That's okay, that's why I put black paint under it. See, that'll be cool. Okay, I like it. I'm going to stop that completely. Rinse it really well. Blot it dry. Okay. Now we're going to move around here and do this side the same way. Gonna stop it. Blot it. Use lots of paper towels in this process. Repeat the process right here. That's it. I'm gonna add some tissue like this. We're gonna leave some of these areas exposed. Like that right there. Scrunch it up a little. Look at that change in colors. Is that cool? You can see it changing right before your eyes. like that. Let's stop it. Wow, that lid turned out really nice. Let your piece dry overnight, and the next day you want to put a nice finish coat on your piece. Either shellac, lacquer, or varnish. You want to lock this chemical patina and copper in so that it is protected. Well, that wraps up this video on how to apply a chemical patina to copper leaf. I hope you liked it. If you did, smash the like button down there. And maybe you could share this video with your friends on social media, because that grows my channel. I would appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you might take a second, click on my picture down there, and ring the bell so you'll be notified when other videos come out. And I've got 2 videos lined up for you right over there that you're going to like. Check them out. This is Woodpops. See you in the next video.